Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
Good morning, everyone. Here it goes again. What to talk about today? I really don't have much to talk about. Squeaky's been on my lap most of the day yesterday, all night last night. Purring, cuddling. I mean, he wasn't even coming out from underneath the bed when he was sick. He's still sneezing. He's not wheezing as bad, but he's still sneezing. I almost think that whatever fleas came in the house, wherever they came from, I'm not blaming anybody because that, like I said, it could have come right up. They could have already been in the house and I didn't even know it. I know they're on Charlie. I've seen them. They don't like this. But I'll pick them off and put them in this vinegar. Kill them. There's only 4 in there, but that's because they don't like that. So, I don't care if they don't like it or not. Pam suggested Dawn dish soap. I don't have Dawn dish soap, and I'm not going to have Walmart deliver Dawn dish soap, just Dawn dish soap. So, I could get on my bike and go to Pellston and go get it. But it's supposed to be 80s, 80s, 80s. I have to learn how to get out there and get active in the 80s. Because you know what? All I do is sit in the house and try to stay cool. And in the wintertime, I sit in the house and try to stay warm. How is that like, I don't know, an active thing? It's not. I'm a dumpy old grandma. But yeah, she suggested Dawn dish soap, at least on the kitten, because I see a lot on Doobie. And she may have had them when I brought her, and I didn't see them. Because I didn't see them when she was tiny. And she caught them from here. She could have. I've got 2 cats. 2 cats that have lived here for I don't know how many years, and there weren't fleas. Except for the only problem is they never went outside. And then I can walk out on my porch and get 2 ticks on me, and there's no grass on my porch. So, they're already here. Doobie had them because Pam said, she's full of fleas, right? And I said, no, I don't see any. She may have had eggs. So, I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. They could have come from anywhere. Like I said, could have just already been here. When you have pets, it does not matter. I'm not going to center you. There we go. Don't fall. Don't fall, phone. There we go. When you have pets, there's going to be fleas. It doesn't matter how clean your house or dirty your house is. You're going to have fleas. They like your pets. Well, I mean, you're not, but your pets are going to, and there's going to be fleas in your home. It just freaking happens. I mean, you can't. I mean, even Pam said she gets fleas sometimes. Her house gets fleas sometimes. Not Pam. And she's like meticulous. There's a story about little Miss Journey. Little Miss Journey's on all the time and into everything all the time. So it's really kind of hard to pick up after her all the time. That's just what happens when you have kids. Especially Journey. That little girl. I heard she was being a pain in the neck the other day. Yeah, that's okay. Like the day I said, oh, these are a perfect little family and they love each other so much. Yeah, Pam's like, she got to go to vacation Bible school because mommy need a break. Mommies need breaks sometimes. That's why some of us go to alcohol. Remember the 1950s when there was cooking sherry in the kitchen? It wasn't for cooking. Mommies need a break sometime. Let's see. I think, let's see what we got in our little purse today. We got squares and diamonds. Burger King. Not to be, oh, we got tiny ones. Oh, these are medium-sized ones. I guess I could do those. Stars? Stars are flowers. I want to do flowers. Maybe I can. Oh, I can, because there's 2 of every color. They're just... they're just these. I think these were $1.90 something. And there's like 4 sheets of them with 4 different sizes. It just depends on... it just depends on how tiny you want to get. Or if you could... Or maybe I could put... Do I do googly eyes? I do googly eyes. But when you wear them, they sound like that. They sound like... Oh, is that one stuck in... Oh, it's stuck on the glue on the package. They sound like that. So when you wear them, you're like, oh, why do I hear that? Because you got googly eyes on your ears. Now... I took these off because I took a shower last night. So, what was it, 3-4 days? And I had to take them off. Because I'd do this and I'd do that and I'd feel them. Oh, they're still there, they're still there, they're still there. And so I had to take them off. So, they say this stuff is supposed to, I think, last 10 days or something. It's for eyelashes. If you're allergic to anything in there, though, it says it's got aloe. I don't know what's in it. It doesn't have... It's latex-free and formaldehyde-free. Well, thank goodness I'm not going to be preserving my ears or something, you know. And it's clear. I use the clear because if it does fall off, you're not going to see a big old white dot. Of course, I guess they're probably generally more clear. I might do triangles up here. Where's my mirror? I don't want to do it in the phone because it looks like I'm staring at you. Whoa, mirror! Ah! And let's see. I usually have to take my glasses off to see things, and I really need to brush my hair, guys. But I didn't feel like it. I've been awake since like 3, which usually I am. Now what I do is I just coat them like you do an eyelash. And wait, it says 30 seconds, so I'll just take that one and put that over here. I have this really thick piece of cardboard that came in some packing in one of my machinery, probably. Was it my machinery or no? It was probably one of these dressers. And I bolted it to the wall, and that's what you're sitting on. Because I was tired of dragging my useless tablet out to watch. So I started watching my phone, which is a pain in the neck because on my tablet I use ad blocker on my tablet for YouTube. So I find using my phone is a pain in the neck because there's ads. But then again, I understand being a friend of a YouTuber, Pam, you really should be watching the ads. It pays them. It pays the people doing the work. But I also don't get, well, I don't know. I just don't have the patience. Okay, these should be dry enough. Stuck it to my thumb. Fit my hair. Press it on. And I got googly eye. Actually, I can't hear that one as much. And sometimes they're uneven because guess what? I can't see what I'm doing. Because my fingers are in the way. Did I glue those? No, I didn't glue those ones. Googly eyes, bleh. But they just look like earrings, really. I mean, I could post them all the way up my ear too, but today we're going to do triangles up. See, they're not even. They're not even going to be even. That one's where I probably should re-glue it now. Maybe it'll stick. Maybe it won't. See, they're still not even. Alright, we're going to re-glue it. I don't care, actually. For me. I for the longest time, just couldn't wear jewelry. I am allergic to metal. I am really allergic to metal. Even my glasses are plastic. So if I had to wear metal, I'd be screwed. You know what? Googly eyes don't have to be even. So maybe I should put a triangle on the other side. Now these are adhesive anyway. And I heard that because people stick these to their faces and stuff and they go to parties. Or wherever they go. I mean, they could be drag queens. They could be sticking them to their faces that go to their little show. And I know I said drag queens because those are the only ones that I know that have like really flashy shows. I'm not down on them. I'm just saying they're the only ones I know that have like, you know, eccentric like party show type things that go on. Actually, I'd probably like to go watch them. They look pretty entertaining. And to transform somebody that looks like a dude. Well, actually, I can kind of tell. But I think that's kind of human nature. But they basically look like dudes, and then they dress up like that. The only thing is, and I know that's probably part of it. Oh, my hair got stuck in it. I know it's probably part of it. But with all that makeup, they look like circus clowns. Do. I mean, come on. No real woman puts a giant butthole on their face. I mean, if they have it. You want to stick there? I used you guys as a mirror, sorry. Let me see. looks okay, I guess. Whatever. Like I said, no, like, real woman, as in real people that haven't had any work done. Excuse me. They're not fake women. They're just, they have fake body parts. Like, runs around and sticks a butthole on their face like that and goes around and goes, oh, come on. For real? Not really. You want to stay? Ha ha ha. I think I won one. And there we go. We applied Aunt T's earrings. But there we go. Googly eyes. Googly eyes! Oh, that fan feels good. It's supposed to be, well, yesterday it was too. 78 degrees. And yeah. It's supposed to be that again today. It's supposed to be 87 on Tuesday. Not Tuesday. Tuesday? Today's Monday. Oh my gosh. Not Tuesday. Wednesday. Wednesday. It's supposed to be 87. That does not sound fun, you guys. At all. I have this. Alana left them in her room because she used to. It's like the only thing she used to clean off, but she used to clean off her computer. I don't do it on them, but if the cats are freaking out or on each other, I go, and they're like, "Oh, what was that?" I just walk up behind them and make a noise like that. Just now, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of those because I think, well, I mean, they have. It says it's got a bitterant so that you don't abuse the contents that are under pressure. And I won't tell you how to do that. I don't even know how to do it. I have a idea on how they do it, but I never thought that it was a good idea. Because I was like, I have accidentally gotten a little bit loopy from using nail polish or paint in a house without, the windows open. And then to purposely do something like that, I just never appealed to me. Really, honestly, again, the only drug that appealed to me, well, two, but the only main one was pot. But then I wanted to also try mushroom. And I have. And it gives me a migraine. It makes me loopy in a different way than the other stuff does. But it gives me a migraine. And it doesn't matter what brand I've tried. So I'm thinking it's the mushrooms, not the ingredients they're using other than those. So, drugs just were not... Wasn't interested in them. Alcohol? My dad was an alcoholic. Was. And he admitted to it. I keep wanting to lean back because my pillow's like right here. We're on my bed again. But anyway, he admitted to it. I was... Jeez, how old was Alana when he did that? 10, maybe? Maybe 10. So, I was in my 30s. Almost 40s, maybe. And I said, and this is what started our healing together. I said something to him, and he says, yeah, but I drank your childhood away. Because we were talking about Alana and her cousins. And he says, yeah, but I drank your childhood away. I said, yeah, that happened, and I'm an adult now. So then when I heard the actual regret in his voice, I started healing myself towards him. Because you know what? I wasn't the nicest person either. I wasn't the nicest person because I had an alcoholic father. Wasn't the nicest person because my mom had an alcoholic husband, and she had to deal with him. She had to deal with raising my sibling and me. So, yeah. Now, there's those people. He was one of those functioning ones. He could drink and get himself to work and provide for his family and blah, 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 but he still had this going on. Being an adult with autism, suspected autism, I look at him and think, I did the same thing and I understand why you did it. Again, he had to deal with us. I mean, and if you have noticed, if Auntie is bored, Auntie gets destructive. I keep hearing the kitten playing. Oh, it's Squeaky. Come here, Squeaky baby. Come here, Hannah boy. Everybody wants to see you. Hannah boy. Hi. Everybody wants to see you. You're the star of the show. Actually, I think the song says that Doobie's the star of the show. Come here, handsome. Do you want to lay on Mama's lap? I'll give you some warm. Come here, my boy. My boy. Come here. Hannah boy. Hi. Gosh, your eyes look so much happier today. Yeah, it's a good boy. Come on. You gonna lay on your old boot? Or were you playing with that baby? And I caught you? Come here. Come here. I kind of want to stick one of these little teeny tiny ones on my nose. Because like I said, I had it pierced. And plastic plugs. And I had my tongue pierced too. Again, you can't stick a jewel on your tongue with glue. I mean, there might be denture adhesive. You could stick them on your teeth. But at least I have teeth. But I don't really want to look like I have a grill. I'm from northern Michigan. I don't need a grill. Except for maybe for cooking outside. Oh, I kind of want to stick one of these on my nose. Not the whole number, but one of those jewels on my nose. 125690. Wonder if that's somebody's phone number. 125690. About to not be a 9 anymore. Let go. You are not a 9 anymore. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, that's awfully tiny. How am I going to do that? Let go. Oh, the adhesive on that is... So if you do something like these, they already have adhesive on them. They're not really foreskin. I said foreskin. They're not really for your skin. So the adhesive on it... Where'd my bag go? Oh, where'd my bag go? So the adhesive on it might contain latex and might contain something that isn't agreeable for your skin. They're for crafting. They're not for sticking to you. However, a lot of things like that say non-toxic. Where is that? There it is. A lot of things like that say non-toxic too. I think they say that latex is non-toxic. So, if you got a latex allergy. Oh, watch out. Ooh, oh, oh. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Oh, that's a pretty color. There's like, it's the nail or the eyelash glue, and it's got, I don't know if you could see it. It's got like an luminous purple to it. I don't really know if I can do this because it's so tiny. That's what she said. One thing I found out when I was working in factories, because when you work in factories, sometimes you have to use protective gloves. Let me get my mirror. The one factory I had to use cloth gloves, but that was working with plastics. It was working with a different plastics. This other one was working with the same stuff that insulation is made out of. So I ended up having to wear like latex gloves. My finger stuck to it. There, see? I ended up having to wear latex gloves for, what is it? Insulate, no, stuff that, fiberglass. Fiberglass. It wasn't plastic, it was molding fiberglass. Maybe it was plastic too. And you had to carve the stuff. I lost that job because I wasn't perfect. I didn't perfectly do the parts perfect. I think they were trying to find a way to get rid of me so they didn't have to pay me. They had a choice between latex in those blue nitrile non-latex gloves and the nitrile gloves I broke out wearing. I ended up having to use jock itch spray on my hands every day because it would bubble up and it would just swell and it wasn't the latex ones. It was weird. So I ended up saying, I need the latex gloves. My mom says leave me to be Abby Normal. Abby Normal. If you guys know Young Frankenstein, if you're my age and you know Young Frankenstein, Abby Normal. The guy with the eyes. They pop out like that. Oh... I don't know if he's alive anymore. Probably not, because that's a pretty old movie. And it was old when we were younger. I think Gene Wilder was probably in his 30s. I mean, when when the older movies were going, you had 60-year-old people and they told you they were 20 and 30. I'm a 20-year-old woman. We'll see how long this stays on my nose. Did I even cover the... No, I kind of covered it. There we go. I could do what Sterling did too. Snake bites. And I could pierce here, and here, and here. Actually, I'd probably have to shave part of my eyebrow. I could put them gems... Oh, I could put them gems all over my face. Everywhere! Now that I've glued my earrings on. Oh, hello, Twinkie. Hi, Bubba. Hello. Everybody wants to see him. Hi. You could come see me. Hi, baby boy. There. See? He's doing so much better. I don't know what happened. Hi. He's on my lap again. Here's a blankie for you. Hi. He's so skinny, though. I could feel his bones right here in his butt. His backbone, I guess it's called. I guess you want to see him. Boop. 0.5. There's my toes. Look at this cloth I got. Anyway, you could still feel these bones right here. And I could feel his ribs. I mean, his backbone. I can't really feel his ribs, but right here, this cage right here, I can feel. And you see that it's really thin. Hello, handsome. He's always doing this with his tail. He's irritated. And yes, Charlie's finding weird places to hang out. She's finding up places to hang out because she really still does not like Doobie. I guess I'm not really going to worry about it so much because when they pierce your ears, they get them as close as they can, but they never really get them exact. Because they're looking at two different sides of your face. And plus, your ears are different shapes. You're not an asymmetrical person. I mean, people can be very close, but I don't think you can be exact. And I don't think every part of your body can be asymmetrical. I think that would look weird. Like AI. That's why AI looks weird. My mom and I were talking about it. She's like, there's something about the smile. And I said, I don't know. And I said, and it makes me look like my daughter Jade. And she said, yeah, it does. Which, I mean, there's a family resemblance, right? It's my daughter, right? I should put a gem right on there. Tick everybody else off. Oh. But I think just now, what I just said about being asymmetrical, I think that's why AI looks weird. Is because it looks like when you play the mirror game. I don't know how this is going to work with a double mirror, but when you do this, for one thing, I look like Sid from Ice Age with the eyes on the top of my head. But that's supposed to be like your asymmetrical face. Heck yeah, Auntie, that'd be normal. But so that's what it looks like to me, is like when AI does that, or like when you do that with a mirror. AI did that. They're like, oh, we're just gonna split your face in half. Ow. Wake up, baby. He said, Mama love you. He doesn't like it when I have both fans on. Like, he doesn't like the air floating on him. He doesn't like the air on him as rough as I do. I have that one on, my biggest fan up there on, but I get hot, and if he doesn't like that, he can go somewhere else. I love him, and I almost lost him, but he can go somewhere else. Rained all day yesterday and all night. There's about a gallon and a half of water in my bucket out there, which I need to dump so that I don't make fly bait. And I don't want to dump it on my plants because my plants just went through all that water. So it rained all day yesterday and most of last night, and now everything's damp out there. I'm hoping my birth certificate gets in the mail. I'm planning on going to see Pam, but I'm waiting for the birth certificate. Pam says to me, "Do you have your birth certificate?" I said, "No, I don't." I said, "Do you know how many times I've moved throughout my life? I'm pretty sure it's in a dumpster somewhere." Somebody's like, "Oh, I hate her," throws it out. It cost me $60 to get it back. Hope they send it to me, because if they don't, then I'm not going to be able to get the documentation to change my driver's license. I also need to get a hold of the Social Security Administration, get my Social Security card. I had it somewhere. I think I actually illegally laminated it. But again, with how many moves I made, none of that stuff. None of it. I even had my wisdom teeth at one point in a jar. I'm like, you're going to take those off of me? I want them back. They're mine. I grew them. They're mine. They're gone. That's one of the things that made it easy for me to detach from stuff. Is because, I mean, like my wisdom teeth, you can't. But really, that was a stupid thing to have. So, but stuff is replaceable. That's why, with like clothing, if you see me experimenting with cloth and clothing and it doesn't work out and you don't see me wearing it and it didn't work out, it's probably because A, I got it for free or from a thrift shop, and B, it's just a thing. I can always go get another one. Like, I'm pretty sure I could find another Ernie shirt. But that one's okay. I'm actually gonna redo this because I found a pair of bell bottoms that I'd slit down the sides because I was going to put granny squares on it because I saw that on a Pam sent it to me, Bina sent it to me, I've seen it on Pinterest, and I'm like, I wonder how that works. Well, this was a pair of bell bottoms, and I'm like, that would go great with my Ernie shirt. And then I'm thinking something to do with the Sesame Street cloth, to do with the whole outfit. Maybe a bandana. That would be awesome. Cut it into a square, crochet around it. But yellow and I aren't friends. When it comes to colors on my face, yellow and I aren't friends. Yellow, some yellow greens, anything that has to do with yellow or orange makes me look like I'm sick. I am sick in the head. Like, that's about this color. So, I mean, it might be okay. But it's still... No. No, no, no. Let's see. Even the brown on it just looks kind of... bleh. Purples and blues. These colors. And there's my bra. Look, guys, I wear one sometimes. That's why I'm not afraid. Like, if I made a tank top, was ambitious enough to make a tank top, and I'm wearing a bra underneath it like that, leave me alone. You got... my bumps are covered. You can't see them. They're censored. Leave me alone. I'm just a fat lady enjoying the airing out with some lace on. I had to sound like a hick. Oh, man. I started watching... I think there is a continuation to the stories, but I started watching the Whitakers on YouTube. Underbelly something did a documentary on them, and it was the family that the nicest way I could say it is the inbred family from Virginia. I feel sad for them, for their upbringing. But really, they're happy. They're happy to be with each other. They're happy to be family. They're happy to hang out with each other. I mean, people could... what I feel that the documentary did was bring nicer people into their lives. Because other people just looked at them and thought, ew, gross. Or what is wrong with these people? They're handicapped. I guess that's not the nicest way to say it either. They're challenged. Most of them. Some of them aren't. But most of them are. And people don't have an understanding of how to treat a human being with different capabilities. They just look at him and go, I don't know how to deal with that. And that's what I think the documentary did, was bring people with more understanding and better understanding into these guys' lives. Whether they needed that or not, they were happy alone. They were happy living together. They were a happy family. They did need more resources. They needed people to teach them how to use the other resources, the government resources and things like that around them. I'm not sure about the rest of the controversy. I wouldn't be handing out money to them because I need money for me. And the one dude in the family works, that I knew of, worked, had a job, all that kind of stuff. So, and he took care of himself and probably the rest of his family. They take care of each other so well. Always looking out for each other. Always, whatever. So it's like bringing awareness to people like that was a good thing for them, to bring decent people into their lives and let them know that the whole human race isn't a pile of crap. However, bringing everybody's attention to them brings more people into their lives. There's a yin and a yang to the whole thing. I feel they probably would have been okay if we'd have left them alone. But they're okay now because people are intervening and becoming friends with them. Understanding that there's nothing they can do about their conditions. And there's nothing wrong. Ray, the one that just can't talk, is almost always happy, smiling. I want to show you stuff. Look at this. Look at that. Look at another thing. Seems like a pretty decent dude to me. If you can get past the outer disabilities. Now, there was a few things that he needs to learn how to not do on camera. As in peeing. And picking his nose and having a dinner. There was a few episodes I just kind of had to turn off because he was in the spotlight doing those things. And I was like, no, thank you. And portraying them as you can't learn how to not do that, bull. I don't care what your disability is. And if he couldn't learn how to do that, the two that were taken care of, the rest of them that had more capabilities than the rest of them, can stop them and teach them. And they know that that's wrong to do in public. I mean, yeah. People with different abilities always want to be considered a normal person. Well, there are certain things that you need to learn to integrate into that kind of stuff. I don't pick my nose on camera. I could, but I don't. And I certainly don't put it anywhere near my... I'm getting off that subject because I'm getting grossed out. Like I said, if we'd have left them alone, they'd have been okay. But since they hadn't been left alone, they're okay. That fan feels good. And this is what the old boy did when he was healthier. He wanted Mama's lap, wanted a blankie on her lap. This is all he wanted. I'm just happy he's not under the bed anymore. That poor thing. He's under my big old sweaty bottom end. Poor thing. He's like, oh no, I probably farted too many times, and he probably was like, he's allergic to my passing gas from my. Hello, Doobie. Hello, Doobie. Look, she looks like a teenager. She looks like a little rat or a monkey. When they're in this gangly stage, they look like monkeys to me. You still have a wiener on your face. Hmm? They look like they're related. Hello, doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo. Mama love you. You're her pretty baby. Hi. Look at you. She looks she looks at the camera because she doesn't know who that cat is. She wants to play with it. All she wants to do is play with Squeaky and Charlie, and they don't want. Well, Squeaky was sick, and Charlie just does not want anything to do with her. She hides from her. She goes in places you just don't think you'd find Charlie. Like, I found her in my cupboard the other day. Luckily, I don't store food or, you better be nice to that old boy. He don't want you to pick on him. Luckily, I don't store food or dishes up there because of the mice. But she was up there just laying around up there, hanging out. Doobie doobie doo. A doobie doobie doo. Hello. This is what she likes to doobie doobie doo. She likes to lick my nose. I don't want you to lick my nose. I have adhesive on it, and I don't want you to get sick from that. However, I think it's probably okay because it goes around your eyes. A human's eyes. They could stick them on the bottom of her feet and watch her try to take them off. They don't like tape. I used to do that to the cats when I was younger. I'd roll the tape up and make it into a circle and stick it to the pads of their feet and watch them try to. And then recently I found out as an adult that's abuse. I didn't know it. I was taught to do that. My dad told me to do that. So I did. I thought it was funny. Again, like I said, when I found out that's abuse. Doobie, you need to go wash your welcome sign. See, her eyes look almost human. What are you doobie doobie doing? What are you doobie doobie doing? Huh? What are you doobie doobie doing? You're back. Oh, she's gonna suck my neck. Do you miss my long hair? Is that your problem? Do you think that was your mommy's hair? You miss the socialization of other cats, don't you? Of other kittens. These old farts don't want you. They don't want you, but that's okay. I do. I doobie-doobie-doo. If I didn't, you wouldn't be here. And I also looked out of the corner of my eye and I saw Charlie grooming her this morning for a good 5 minutes. And then when I turned my head, Charlie growled and hissed and made her go away. Hi. What is this? And I love you. I love you. Gangly little teenager. Yes, you're not a baby anymore. You are not a baby anymore. Yeah. Yeah. You're not a baby anymore. But you do need to go wipe your welcome sign. It's not very welcoming. Squeaky. Squeak a baby. Squeaky. Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie. She likes to press her face against mine too. Yeah, tickle baby. Tickle baby. Tickle girl. Pretty soon she'll just run away and start playing with something. Wow, I don't have much editing to do today because I've already talked for like 50 minutes all in one. Actually, I paused you once, twice, maybe no once, because I went to go and brush my hair and it didn't work. Doobie, we're not gonna lick mommy's face all day. I don't like it. You hear her purring? I hope you could hear her purring over top of my biggest fan up there. That's purring too. And when I'm crocheting and stuff, she'll lay right here or go to sleep right here. I know if she becomes a big cat, that's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue, huh? Are you my best friend? Are you my best friend? Huh? Huh? Don't tell Pam. And don't tell Bina. And definitely don't tell Charlie. And really seriously, don't ever, ever tell Squeaky that you're my best friend. You're a brat. You're a brat, doobie brat. You're a brat, doobie brat. Anyway, it has been an hour. I have been talking for an hour. I'm distracted. And I glued my earrings on in front of you. Ooh, Walmart sticker. And I got my face rubbed on by Doobie Doo. Oh, he's grooming himself. Doobie. You haven't been doing that either. You feel softer today than you were yesterday. Yep. I don't think I have to worry about having a scarf. But I think that's another reason why Puff is angry. Because this is where Puff likes to sit. This is Puff's seat. And even if she's not on here, she's going to come up here and go, ugh, that baby was in my seat. That baby. Like I said, I did take those off last night. So it was 3-4 days that they were on. So I could take a shower. I mean, come on. However, between stints of 4 days of showering, I will get in the bathtub and do most of my body. My head, my hair, not so much. I really don't like water dumped on my head. I just don't like the way it feels. That being said, showers are not my favorite, but I do them because you don't get clean in the bathtub. It's like sitting in a mud puddle. So I do it, but I don't like it. I don't like water. I don't like it. It feels ick. And then there's that thing between water in a shower. If you get in the shower, it's either too cold or too hot. I'd rather it too cold, but it's still a shock. or too hot. And then you got lava or ice pouring on your head. Oh, I don't like it. Do not like it. But again, in between 4 days of not taking a shower, I basically did, wipe the essentials down and got them washed and cleaned. So it isn't like I'm dirty. It's just. And plus, I wanted to see how long they would stay. And now, what I will do, because since these are like 99 cents for 1,000 of them, is I will shower today after it's been so freaking hot and see if they stay on during a shower or a bath. Probably a bath and then a shower because, again, especially my well water. But sitting in a bathtub to get clean is not going to happen. You're sitting in a mud puddle. You need a shower to get clean. So I do both. But I sit in the bath because my knees, my hips, my back, and my crack. I know, that's not the words to that song. That song is very disturbing and disgusting. But then I think about it and I'm thinking, that song's about old age. And I think the song by Katy Perry, Hot and Cold, I think that's about menopause. You're hot, you're cold, you're in, you're out, you're up, you're out, you're down, you're in, whatever. Yeah. I think that's about menopause. Oh, always smiling. Always smiling. Should I spray that can around her and see what happens? No, I only do that if I think that I need to intervene and I can't. So I just make a... She doesn't even see me doing it. She doesn't know where it's coming from. It just makes a noise and it startles them. It's like a rattle can. She doesn't even know that I'm the one that does it. I don't want her to know I'm the one that does it because they already know I'm the dominant cat because I'm the one that brings them food. But I don't want them developing an unnatural fear of me, thinking that if they are going to walk around the house that I'm going to start making noises at them. So, well, I am covered in most of my clouder. And I realized the other day when I said I'm enjoying my clouder, I put on CLOUDER. I think it's CLOWDER. I think I spelled it wrong. But I think that's one of my different abilities is I don't spell very well. I know what the word is. I know what it's used for. I know. Like, you've heard me use some big, giant words, but ask me to spell them? Ain't happening. My intelligence just shows in different ways. Aw, puppies. I love you. I love you. Aw. Okay. I am going to go. I'm going to go crochet. Take a few things apart, put a few things together, and enjoy my day. And you enjoy your day. I'll see you later. I'm like, how do I usually end this? You have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.